Am I going to channel analytics? How do I look at money? I want money. Where's the money page? Hey, we made 63 cents with ads. I didn't even run any ads. Whenever we went to Be Right Back, I ran the video for FPS Reflex. So I guess all those times that you guys come here and it autoplays an ad, I guess it actually does help me then. Because I didn't click the ad button once while we were doing this marathon. And I have the thing set to only show November 7th to 10th. So I guess it answers that question. So let's wind things down real quick. Let's wind things down. First of all, I gotta say, thank you, all of you, so much for making this marathon the biggest, the best one that we've ever had. We set the donation goal at $500, or rather, I set it at $500 because, you know, we break that. You know, in 2019 we got over 500, and we got I don't remember what the exact figure was, but I know in 2018 that was our best marathon yet, and the goal was 500, and we raised 644. 2017's marathon was postponed because of Hurricane Harvey, but from 2016 to going back to 2013, for the first year we did Extra Life, we pretty much set the donation goal at $300, except for the first year it was at $200. And with varying degrees of success, we either hit those or just barely fell short. I know the first year we were short like $50, and then the second year we set it to $300, and we actually got like $400 something in that, and you know, we just kind of went back and forth. But this year, grand total, I'm gonna tell you guys at the very end, when all's said and done, because I just added up some bonus stuff, $1,714, and then some amount of change because it doesn't display the change on there. $1,714. And the reason why we jumped up that high is because I took a look at the channel analytics. I said all of the bits and subs and everything that came in during this marathon, I was going to donate at the very end on behalf of all of you guys. Because I'm gonna Twitch is gonna cut me a check for that money eventually anyways, and I'm gonna send it straight to the charity. So for subscriptions, we made $5, $4.99 through the little advertisements that play when you load the channel. We made 63 cents. Apparently those ads actually are worth something, because I didn't hit the ad button once from my dashboard here. From other bit interactions, that would be rigging the polls, like when Sheep spent 600 bits to make sure that I had that the fake exits counted as a death in MC Kids. We got $8 from that, but, and here's the biggie, just from regular bits and from you guys cheering in the channel and playing along at home, $52.17 in bits, just from this weekend. Add it all up, you guys raised an additional $65.79 that I just went ahead and donated to Extra Life on behalf of the community. And in case you guys are wondering where that puts our community's overall rank on the Extra Life thing, out of everybody who participates in Extra Life, big channels, small channels, people that have done it their first year, people that have done it every year, people that have done it 8 years like we have broken the 1,000th rank. We are in there. We're in the triple digits. We are now 863rd overall out of everybody in Extra Life. I'm talking tens of thousands of people who support this charity. We are in the upper echelon, 863rd. So thank you all so much. We started this marathon just a hair above 10,000. We were in the bottom of the 9,000s, and we are now in the 800s. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. So that is all because of you guys. And this, I mean, I will sit here and play challenges until I am blue in the face, until there's none left in the box, because that, I mean, it's all going towards a great cause, and it's taken us 7 years to raise just over $2,000 for Extra Life, and in this one year, we've almost just doubled that entire amount. We've almost hit in 1 year what took us 7 years to build up to. And I don't know, I mean, I know that, like, I'm not going to say I don't know where the money goes. I know that 65% of what we raised goes towards paying the medical costs for children of underprivileged families at Driscoll Children's Hospital. And another 10% goes towards vaccinations and immunizations, and another 15% goes towards children who aren't staying at the hospital, but they have a chronic condition that requires them to go to the doctor every month for a checkup, or God forbid every week, you know, like if they're in remission or something like that. So you know, there is a divvy up thing that's on the Extra Life page, but you know, I started doing this charity, like I said, 16 years ago. My brother Reflex was he was in real serious trouble, health-wise, and it's hard to believe that was 16 years ago when that happened. And for the past 8 years, so for half the time since that happened, I've been doing Extra Life. There was a period of 8 years. I mean, I donated toys and stuffed animals and things like that to the hospital to help cheer kids up. But there was a period of 8 years where I was trying to figure out, like, how the hell do I say thank you? Like, Reflex, I'm not trying to exaggerate, but he was potentially knocking on death's door. And he lived because of the care that they gave to him. And when I heard about Extra Life, and I heard that it supports the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals, and that, of course, Driscoll is a part of that. I already knew that. I was like, this is my chance. I get to pick the hospital that my money goes towards when I do my charity. At the time, I was watching, you know, Awesome Games Done Quick and Summer Games Done Quick and things like that. I was like, I could do my own speed run thing, and I could put it on. We did live stream the first year, not Twitch. We didn't move to Twitch until 2014. But I was like, this is my chance. This is my chance to take my talents of just being good at video games and being interested in speedrunning and figuring all this out as we go. This is my chance to make something of myself. This is my chance to get my life back on fucking track and do something respectable. And I just want to say that if I didn't make the changes that I made in my life that led me to helping out this charity, I wouldn't have moments like this where we raised almost $2,000 in the course of a weekend to the hospital that literally saved my brother's life. Because the kinds of people that I associated with back then, they weren't the kind of folks that would do what you guys did. They wouldn't. They weren't those kinds of people. So, each and every one of you are an angel. Whether you're religious or not, there are kids out there that are going to have a better chance at life because of you. Because of you. Even you watching this on YouTube. Because, like I said, all the ad revenue starts the pot off for next year. Everybody watching this right now, you are literally helping save lives. And that is, that's a noble cause. And all of this is the type of stuff that I want to be remembered for. When people talk about Draco, when people talk about me, I want them to know that we built this community together. I'm just the guy that tells the jokes. I'm the guy in front of the camera, okay? That we have put together a community that has raised so much money for charity that out of groups of tens of thousands of other people, and I'm not trying to make a contest out of it, but out of a group of tens of thousands of other people, we're in the top 1,000, in the 800s, because this is what I do. All of my efforts and my planning and my knowledge of broadcast media and things like that, I've put it towards this. And I've tried to surround myself with good people. And I have. And this marathon highlights that. Not to say that the previous ones were failures or anything. If I raised $5, I'd be just as happy. But this marathon was something special. It really was. I knew right off the bat when we started Star Fox 64, when we kicked this shindig off, and we smashed our donation goal before we even made it to the 3rd level, I knew that this was going to be a special year, and I was absolutely right about that. Like I said, Reflex is alive today because of Driscoll Children's Hospital. And the first time I got to see him drive a real life monster truck, I'm not gonna lie, I broke down, because that was he made it. He made it. He did it. He did it. That crazy son of a bitch did it. Ever since he was a little kid, playing with my Hot Wheels and running over them with his monster trucks, he said he wanted to grow up to be a monster truck driver. And I remember his fucking counselor in high school when they asked him what he wanted to do as a career, and he said he wanted to race and drive monster trucks, and they told him that's not a real career. Fuck that person. Because he did it, and he's living that dream, and he wouldn't be able to do it without Driscoll. And every time I see him at a show, I think about that talk that they gave us at the hospital when they said, here's what needs to be done, and here's here's the prognosis, here's the outlook, here's the survival rate. And that wasn't a very high number, but there's no other options on the table except to operate. And we were very lucky. And I know not all families are as lucky as ours, but at least with what we've raised, we're gonna give kids a fighting chance, because I want them to be able to do for another family what they did for mine, just like I said at the beginning of this marathon. So as we wind things down, I just want to thank each and every one of you again. And I'm gonna go back over to the donation page, and I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom and actually go over to page 2 because we've gotten so many donations. So starting things off, I'm gonna thank the audience again, because we kicked things off with $38, and that was just from ad revenue, and that was from Your Anniversary Sucks. 10% of Your Anniversary Sucks went towards seeding the pot here. Donald, thank you for the first donation. The Prodigy as well. Tabitha Bunny and Regular Magic Unicorn, who came in during Star Fox with $250 and $420 respectively. Essentially, we smashed our donation goal there. That brought us up into the 700s. Free, thank you for your donation. Magic Beans, thank you for your multiple donations throughout the stream. Spen of the Dead, Necros, thank you. Sheep, thank you as well. Of course, my mom and dad, thank you for participating and watching as well. We had some anonymous donors as well that didn't, that chose to hide their name. If you donated anonymously, thank you. I appreciate it. Buster Keaton rules. Thank you very much. Mr. Inflammable, thank you. Gay for Aliens, thank you very much. I just love your username. I'm sorry. Emporio, Mappy, Gilgatex, you guys, thank you again. Whoever put themselves down as Mayro, I think in chat, I forgot who did that, but thank you. Rockiewicz, thank you for your donation as well. Rocker, Orky Bork, thank you. again for your donations, and of course everybody who contributed Twitch pennies throughout the marathon. That final donation, that's predominantly you guys, so thank you for all of that. And when all is said and done, regular Magical Unicorn, I even have this little factoid here, regular Magical Unicorn was our top donor at $520 total, and if he didn't already have a VIP badge in chat, I would give one to you, man. I would just straight up drop one on you, man. I would just give it to you, because you've beyond earned it. But you've already got it as a Patreon supporter. So, you know, if for whatever reason, you know, finances change and you have to withdraw your pledge, you're gonna get to keep that badge. You're gonna get to keep that badge, because that's if I had something beyond a VIP badge that wasn't like moderator status, if I had like a super VIP badge, I would definitely give you that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. All I have to say is that I'm tired. I'm tired. And I can't wait to go to sleep. But at the same time, I also cannot wait for next year. Next year is going to be our 9th Extra Life Marathon. And I've learned a lot about scheduling this time, and I've learned a lot about trying to make arrangements for game challenges. So I'm going to try to see if I can figure out, you know, give maybe more buffer time on the schedule for the challenges, maybe put fewer games on the schedule so that we can actually get around to doing these in due time. Rocky, I learned a lot about hot sauce, that's right. I made a concoction that was somewhere between 180 and 350,000 Scoville units. Whoops. I'm gonna learn even more about hot sauce when it's on the way out. So the Cruncher's asking, what will the next MC Kids challenge be? And that is a good question, and all I have to say to that is I've got a year to think of it. And speaking of challenges, you guys have a year to think of some as well. I usually open up the game challenge submissions about a month before we do our marathon, so keep a piece of paper, jot some stuff down. If you're playing some old retro games and and something that springs to mind, jot it down, and you know, feel free to submit it. I try to make everything go in, but basically I try to focus more on games that are easy to emulate and easy to just fire up, like how we were just firing them off rapid fire, changing games. I need to figure out the secret to getting RetroArch to have a better default directory, but that's something I've got a whole year to figure that out. So we'll do that. This was my first year using RetroArch as the main overarching emulator for everything, so I've got some learning to do there as well. But when it comes down to, in case you're wondering about the challenges, 20 wins and 13 losses, the most challenges of any Extra Life marathon, and I think I now have a winning record overall across the years. I'll have to go back and check that. Again, in closing, we raised $1,714 total, and would not have been possible without you guys. I've had moments where I've kind of felt like maybe Gatorbox is just finally reaching the end of its rope. You know, I know that I'm kind of a has-been on YouTube, and I'll admit that your level sucks was a flash in the pan, and we can't capture lightning in a bottle twice. But I do it for the community, and the turnout this year was amazing and stupendous. And you guys have reminded me that that of all the people out there that I'm afraid of all the people that scare me, that there are good people out there still, and all of you belong to that group. And I hope that you outnumber all the people that do frighten me. I'm Draco, and this has been the 2020 8th annual Gatorbox Extra Life Marathon, and I'm looking forward to 2021 for year 9. And I'm looking forward especially to the 10-year anniversary in 2022. I'm already thinking of some ideas. So take care, God bless, and I will see you. I mean, I'll see you for the regular Gatorbox shows too, I hope. But if not, if you're one of those folks that are just really here for the marathons and the atmosphere that those bring, I appreciate it. because I know we have fans that are here just for the marathons, just like we had fans that were here just for the Your Level Sucks. Whatever your flavor of Gatorbox is, I'm glad to deliver it to you, and I hope you had a great time. I had a blast. I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you.
And honestly, when this is all said and done, I just want to be remembered as, the good old boy, the good old kid that had a dream, that stayed dedicated, that never let anyone tell him no, and that literally took his dream and made it a reality.